Welcome back to another Pokemon Market Monday, home of the OG weekly market updates, where every Monday morning we go through last week's sales of sealed Pokemon products and Pokemon cards that are currently going up in price. We also cover the big Pokemon news that cards are set to get revealed, and we do have to do the question of the day. What is your all-time favorite Black Star promo? You only get to choose one, and every other Black Star promo is just gone forever. And I do have to announce the winner from my last vending video. It is at Kavana Camshaft88. Shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. And we do have to give a quick thanks to our video sponsor, and that is METATCG. If you guys got a ton of bulk laying around, which we both know that you do, you might as well trade it in for some super rare cards or cash, or even more if you are traded in for store credit. They are located in Arlington, Texas. So definitely check them out. They make it so easy to do the Pokemon bulk submission. You just put exactly how many cards you have of each type. They do all have to be near mint. They even have a video showing you how to package up everything. So definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. You'll not be disappointed. And of course, if you guys want to try out PSA for first time, click the link. Use the code BEARD25. You get $25 off your first submission. And same thing with Tag. Use the code BEARD102. You get 10% off your first submission. And if you guys could do me a massive favor, download the FANATICS Collect app and go to Live and Collect Originals and find my Pokebeard channel here. Give me a follow. You can watch my Market Monday and my Flying Friday hours before I post it on YouTube. Thursday, 7 p.m. Central. Sunday, 7 p.m. Central. Completely free. And we just gave away a Fennekin Pokemon Center promo on my last Market Monday yesterday. So definitely check it out. It's a ton of fun. But all right, let's hop to it. Pokebeach, we got a Growlithe and Groudon illustration rare from Storm Emeralda. This will be the Rayquaza set. Why are we getting another Groudon when we do not even have a Kyogre? I'm honestly very upset. Let me know down below what you guys think of this Groudon. I still don't think it's better than our Groudon from Paradox Rift. But again, I gotta wait till see it, crystal clear. But it's sick. At least, it's a little bit more action. And the Growlithe is pretty cute. Not going to lie. Nothing crazy, though. Yeah, a couple cool, really nice cards. All right, getting into it. We have Celebrations. So as you guys know, a ton of stuff is dropping in price. The Celebrations UPC is still holding super strong. Market price $1,300. We're going to check this ETB. Starting to level out a little bit. All last sold between $410 and $420. And that Pokemon Center ETB still holding strong at $575. So Celebrations is holding pretty strong. The Pikachu V Union box is $216, and the Premium Figure Collection is $298. Next, we have Evolving Skies. Checking the booster box. Still dropping. Was at $2,700. Now $2,350, $2,320, and a couple at $2,500. Most of them are at about $2,400, $2,500. And check the Pokemon Center ETB. This is the Umbreon one. Still doing good. Last sold $1,100. And before that was $1,000. And the sales are 1 month apart. These boxes do not sell a ton on TCG Player. They sell a lot more on eBay because you're actually getting pictures. Never buy a box for $1,000 or a card for $1,000 without seeing a picture of it. Please. I'm begging you. Mewtwo V Union Special Collection is still doing pretty decent. Last sold for this, $240, $249, $225. Used to be like $160, $170 not too long ago. And the regular ETB, market price $605 for that Umbreon one. Next, we have Crown Zenith. ETB, same price as was last week. Market price $331. Sea and Sky, same, $375. We got the Pokemon Center ETB, market price $596. And booster bundles at $216. The Galarian Moltres tin is at $145. Next, $151. So booster bundle market price $178, down a little bit, was at like $190. Got to check the regular ETB, bouncing back. Was at $595, now $614, $599, $618, $607. So we actually have a decent amount of stuff bouncing back in today's video already. Next, we have the Blooming Waters Premium Collection. Was at $399. Now last sold $345 and $330. But that's why I say, even Danny Phantom, I think, just made a video. It's a good time to buy some of these dips. And Pokemon Center ETB still holding really strong at $1,373. But UPC still dropping, market price $922. I haven't seen a sale at like $890 and stuff. Next, we have Prismatic Evolutions. ETB holding strong right around $160. The SPC, though, still dropping. Was at $319. Is that the high? The high was $391. Now you can pick it up for $268 to about $270. Not bad. There's a lot of prismatic packs in there. We got the Prismatic Premium Figure Collection. Still dropping. Was at $260. Now last sold $219 and $207. Let's see, what else do we have for Prismatic Evolutions? Pokemon Center ETB still dropping, 478. Yeah, that's about it. Next, Destined Rivals. Look at the ETB, 144. This ETB is cheaper than quite a few other ETBs in the Scarlet Violet era. Was at $282. Now all 138 to about 145. And Booster Box slowing down a little bit, but still dropping. Market price 540. And Pokemon Center ETB also slowing down. Market price $535. And Booster Bundles down a little bit, like $8, sitting at 71. And we have Ascended Heroes ETB slowing down. Market price 170. Got a couple sales in the 160s. This is that new Ascended Heroes Focused Fighters Premium Collection that people were fighting over at like Sam's Club or Costco or whatever. It was at 240. Now last sold 212, 213, and 209. I don't even try for these anymore. So I have not tried for a Costco or Sam's Club drop in a very long time. It's just pointless. There's just so many people at mine. And the Pokemon Center ETB still dropping. Market price $450. All right. We got some boxes that are still holding pretty strong. We got Brilliant Stars Booster Box was at $596. Now $631, $599, $617, $639. Next, we have Astral Radiance still holding on barely. Last sold $440, $420, and $410. And Battle Styles. These are the 3 Sword and Shield sets that are holding strong. All last sold for Battle Styles now is about $300. Was at $259 a couple months ago. Next, we got some Scarlet and Violet boxes. Paradox Rift was at $270. Now last sold $287, $291, $294, and $298. And Surging Spark still holding pretty strong. It started to drop, and I had a feeling, it might drop down to $250, $260, $270, but bounced back a little bit. Now last sold $307, $290, $310, $295. And we got some booster bundles. So we have the Twilight Masquerade booster bundle. It drives me nuts how they now have 3 different booster bundles. So we have the big square one, then we have our normal small one, but then the newer ones we just got for like Ascended Heroes and stuff like that, they're like an inch taller for some reason. It's driving me nuts for like cases. So this is at 63, now 76, 88, and 77. Next, we have the Lost Origin booster bundle was at 140, now 202, 180, 204. Telling you, these booster bundles are such a good buy. They're so small. You don't get any extra promos or any extra stuff. I have a feeling these will be the most open things in the future when you want to go back and open up a set. Buy yourself a booster bundle, really gamble, and you get that 6 packs. Next, we have the Obsidian Flames ETB. Was at 85, now 115, 123, and 132. And the Temporal Forces booster bundle was at 79, now 95, 89, and 92. Next, Shrouded Fable was at 49, now 65, 67, and 70. So the booster bundles are still holding really strong. Next, we have the Arceus V-Star UPC, was at 325. Now last sold $399 and $400. Looks like the lowest 380. Next, we have the Trading Card Game Classic box. This thing is humongous, 440. Now last sold all at 550 and about one at $600. Next, we have the Sword and Shield Charizard UPC. Was at 504, now 595, 589, and $600. Next, we have the Sword and Shield ETB Trainer Box Plus. This is the Zacian one. And last seal products is the Sword and Shield ETB Box Plus. Was at 212, now last sold 249, 250, and 230. All right, we got some cards. We have the Clefairy from Perfect Order. This was a $33 card, dropped down to $20, and now bouncing back just a little bit. That's sold 23, 24, and 25. We even got one at 26. Next, we have the Mega Dragonite doing the same thing. Was at 63, got down to 38. Now that's sold 43, 45, and 44. And we have the Mega Gengar. This thing was at $100, got down to 50, and now last sold, still got one at 49. Otherwise, 64, 65, 67, and 69. But that's a good sign. They're already seeing some stuff bounce back. That, means that everything's not just going to crash. Next, we have the Mew EX promo. Was at 81, dropped down to 73, 72. Now 79, 79, 80, 81, and we got one at $98. Next, we have the EVEX from Prismatic Evolutions. This is the one you actually have to pull. Was at 183. Now that's sold 195, 190, and 199. All right, we have a bunch of cards from Pitch Black that are either completely leveling out or bouncing back a little bit. We had the Goldeen, was at 35, now completely level right at 15. Next, we have the Slowbro, actually bouncing back a little bit, was at 28, got down to 19, and now last sold 22, 24, 25, and 26. Next, we have the Misty's Vitality, was at 64, got down to like 31. Now, bouncing back a tiny bit, last sold 32, 34, 35, 36. And we have the Mega Chandelure. This is also just completely leveling out right around 50 bucks. And we have the Mega Zora. This card is sick. Finally got to see it in person. Bounced back a little bit. Was at like 69. Now we got sales at like 72, 73. And here's the Morpeko from Pitch Black. Was at 200 bucks. Dropped down to 98. And now really bouncing back. Last sold 130, 135, and 129. I also seen this card. It is also pretty sick. The colors really pop. Next, we have the Gold Mega Darkrai, leveling out. Last sold 194, 192. And this was at 363 on release. And here is the Mega Darkrai SIR. Was at 389, got down to like 289. Now last sold 280, 290, 295, 299, 304. So kind of leveling out right at 300 bucks. Next, we have the Gold Mega Greninja EX, bouncing back a tiny bit. This was at 363, got down to 184, and now last sold 213, 196, 188, and 195. And we have the White Reshiram from White Flare, was at 407, now 495, 489, 668. We got one low one at 359, but most of them are right around $490. And we have the Black Zekrom. These cards are just doing super good. Was at 470, now last sold 590, 580, 591, and 649. And if you check the listed quantity, there's only 36 of this card on all of TCG Player. And if you compare that to a illustration rare, sorry for that noise, my dog is right behind me. Let's do just a Mega Dragonite here. There is 438 of this Mega Dragonite on TCG Player. So it does make a difference. Next, we have the Red Victini from Black Bolt, was at 509. Now 645, 640, and 610. And the other Red Victini from White Flare, I still hate that they did that, was at 410, now 620, 615, 590, and 605. And we got a couple alternate darts. The Beedrill V from Astral doing work. Totally deserves it. Was at 61. Now last sold 89, 89, and 79. Next, we have the Giratina, still slowly climbing. This was at 667, now 810, 875, and 850. And we have the Rayquaza V from Evolving Sky still holding on, was at 325, now 487, 516, 599, and 530. And the big boy, the Rayquaza V Max, was at 790, now 1238, 1299, and 1350. And we're going to end on a couple vintage cards. We're going to check out the unlimited non-holo rares, just on a few of these bigger guys. The Dragonite, I know it shows the first edition, but this is the unlimited. Was at like 20 bucks. Now it last sold 32, 34, 28. I've just noticed a lot of these non-holo rares are starting to get expensive. We will also check the first edition. Looks like first edition is also going up. Was at 70, now 149, 90, 115, 130. Really depends on the condition and stuff. And we have the Gengar. The unlimited one was at 27. Now last sold, let's see, not a ton of near mint sales for unlimited. 38 and another one at 36. And let's check the first edition for fun. So that's damaged. First edition is also going up. Was at 72. Now we got sales at 93 and right around 100 bucks. And last on the list, we have the Dark Charizard number 21 for Team Rocket. The unlimited was at 78. And now we got sales at 85, 89, 87. And we will check the first edition. So first edition was at 145. Now 172, 177. One low one at 80, but I'm guessing that's unlimited. And we've got a couple high ones here at 284, but that was a while ago. These cards don't sell a ton on TCG Player. But I just noticed every time I look up a non-holo rare now, like when I'm vending and stuff, it's worth more every time I look it up. So just wanted to show a few of those off. But all right, that was this week's Pokemon Market Monday, and I'll be vending in St. Louis, Missouri at the end of the month, July 31st through August 2nd with Coop, Beer Dad. I think Eric from Violet City is also coming. Should be a ton of fun. you can use the code POKEBEER to receive $5 off your tickets at Trading Card Con. So definitely check that out. And of course, if you guys like this content and want to stay ahead of the market, please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube membership, Fanatics, all that. You guys know what to do. You guys are the absolute best. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And then if you guys want to watch my newest vending video where someone gave me a 151 Charizard to give away to a kid, click the video above. Otherwise, if you want to watch any of my other vending videos, I have an entire playlist above also. But all right, we'll see you next time.